as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just has...
And he goes down, it's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
Touchdown, Houston. Ty Montgomery. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And out come the Dolphins now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A first carry for Kenyon Drake, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's James. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
3rd and 2, Watson with a catch made by Hopkins. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Back to throw now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now Harris. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are in for 6. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The pitch out to Drake. Spinning away, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now on first down, Drake again. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He'll drop to throw. And Wilson has it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now Drake. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and it's 3rd and short.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On the toss play, this is Drake. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. They'll set up a throw. It's caught. Stills right side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll look to throw. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First foray into the red zone for Miami. This is first and goal from about the 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Sanders' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's into the clear. 20. Touchdown, Houston. Boston Scott, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Jakeem Grant now to return. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And Stills bringing it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Boom, land it.
He'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Drake. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Looking to throw. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. He'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. And he's got it up and through. Sanders now to kick this one away. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 50, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. Going deep for Hopkins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Richmond.
Throwing again is Watson. Buying time to his left. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. A give. This is Montgomery. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw on second is Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. They'll toss to Harris, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. On the stop was T.J. McDonald. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, here's Watson. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He may try it, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson on first down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Reset. Do jet.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Room to run again. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans will extend their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. The point after is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun now on third down. And he finds Stills, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And Stills over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll set up to throw. It's complete. Stills. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Now a toss coming right side. It's Drake, and he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Sanders now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Scott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Watson now to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They run again with Harris. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson steps away. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, Sent this one off target.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. No gain, and it's 2nd down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. He's back to throw. It's caught. Stills right side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn into a big gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll look to throw. It's complete to Parker, left side. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Detroit! Detroit!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive, eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete, so no game is over. A lot of scoring, there's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were